Alright, welcome back to Cooking with a Veteran. As always, I'm your host, Dave Rogers. Before we get into today's video, please remember to like, share, follow. I still have slots open for sponsors. I always have slots open for sponsors. Everybody does, right? Every sponsor gets one of my great Cooking with a Veteran, I don't know what you see it, cast iron coins, okay, and a patch. And I also have the raffle for my Army Cooking with a Veteran K-Bar. I know most people are used to the Marine K-Bar, but the Army does have a K-Bar. And then the difference is this little jagged edge on the bottom, in case you didn't know. So I have the raffle, that's $10 for the raffle. You can Venmo, Zelle, and it also comes with this great Cooking with a Veteran sheet for it. Okay. Alright, so I always like to thank my sponsors. My sponsors list has been growing. I got the Tennessee VFW Foundation. Our own state commander Brian Walker is a sponsor of mine. I've got Oscar Mike Radio. I've got my friends up in the VFW and the auxiliary up in New York. John, Jason, Scott, Belinda, Marcia, Rob, appreciate all of it. I have some new sponsors coming on board. I've had some sponsors who join me like TK Lawn and stuff like that. But today's episode is brought to you by a good friend of mine, Rob Langford. He is a veteran himself, Army veteran, and he has a company called Elvis Rob Productions. He does DJing. He also does Elvis impersonations. I met him some years ago when the pandemic hit and we were kind of locked down. We met on Zoom and we've talked, and since then I've been down in Alabama to visit him, waiting for him to come up to Tennessee to visit me. But he's my sponsor for today's show. And so, in honor of that, in honor of his friendship and his sponsorship, Rob being an Elvis person, I decided to cook a nice Elvis type of meal. Actually, one of Elvis's favorite types of meals, which is peanut butter banana bacon sandwich. Might sound crazy to some people. When I was a kid, though, I loved peanut butter banana sandwiches. It wasn't until I was older that I had some bacon on it. We were poor growing up, so bacon was a luxury. It wasn't something that we had, like, sitting around every day for every meal or whatever else like that. But my mother would make me, I've told you about my mother's cooking. It was absolutely awful. But the one thing she would never mess up is a peanut butter banana sandwich. Okay? So I'm going to be doing that today, but grunt style. So let's talk about what we have. I had a picture on my page earlier. I drizzled some of this nice sipping cream. This is dark chocolate coffee, moonshine. I drizzled some of that on the bacon. I tasted a piece. It tastes amazing. I put the bacon in the oven. This is a great way if you want to get some nice flavors. I mean, you could do it on a flat top or on a grill or whatever else like that. But if you want to get some nice flavors into the bacon, you can simply drizzle it with whatever you want, whether it's, some type of alcohol, some chili peppers or whatever. Stick it in the oven, and as it's cooking, it will draw in, okay? Because the oil will come up from the bacon, and then it draws back down to push it out. So it will draw in those flavors into your bacon. So I have my bacon here. I have some slices of brioche bread. Okay. I have my peanut butter. I have my bananas. I got some of my Irish salted butter because, even though I'm not being too healthy, not really looking to use lard, as I'm trying to stay a little bit healthier. That's why I bake the bacon also. Frying it is a little less healthy than baking it. But I am going to add something As you know, I like to do every episode kind of grunt style. So I'm going to add something to this that is not in the Elvis recipe book, but is a way that I like it. And I'm going to French toast one side of the bread. Okay? The inner side of the bread. Oops. Sorry, hold on. Missed the garbage pail. So I got my egg. Gonna put a little bit of heavy cream. Okay. Sprinkle in a little bit of cinnamon. Alright, while I'm doing that, before I forget, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my pans going. Alright, so I'm gonna beat up this egg with the heavy cream. You know, basically how you make French toast. The difference here is I'm not going to dip it on both sides, okay? I'm only going to dip it on one side. So I'm going to dip in my bread. And I'm just using one egg, okay, for each, for 2 slices of bread. Right? You can actually, this one egg would probably carry you for like 4 slices of bread because you're not doing both sides. Alright, so I'm going to get that. You want to let it soak for a moment. Let it get in there. Like I said, I met Rob on Zoom during the pandemic. You know, we were doing a daily coffee with the veteran. Rob's a funny guy. He hounds me all the time about finding a wife. You know, he tried recommending all sorts of dating websites for me for finding a wife. I'm glad that my friends want to see me happy. Alright. My pans are heated up a little bit. So I drizzled the bacon with some of the sipping cream. I also drizzled on to the bananas. And I'm going to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to take a little bit of butter. Okay. Put the butter on the pan, and I'm gonna lightly fry up my bananas. And while I'm frying up the bananas, I'm also going to fry up, let's go over here, I'm frying up my bread. Alright, I don't want to fry it too much. Like I said, the bananas, just a light fry on these. Get them a little bit toasted. A little bit different than what you might be used to. You know, you might just say, oh, you can just simply take toasted bread and put, you know, bananas and peanut butter. And you can. But I like this light little fry on there. A little too hot. Let me turn that down. Alright. And basically what I'm doing here is I'm kind of caramelizing a little bit my bananas, okay, into a nice little different kind of taste. Alright. Burnt the toast a little bit. That's okay. I burn toast a lot. I'm used to eating a lot of burnt toast. Alright, let me get that off the flame. Turn that off. Okay. The bananas are done. I'm going to take this off the flame. Okay, turn that off. And we'll come back over here. So like I said, I burnt the toast a little bit. That's alright. Nothing wrong with a little bit of burnt toast. And I'm going to do it so that the French toast part is on the inside. Alright? So this is what I consider like just a really nice, if you love unhealthy food, you know, if you love the idea of unhealthy food, This is some great unhealthy breakfast or lunch or whatever you want it to be. Alright, these bananas are done. I'm going to put them back in my bowl here so that they don't burn. Alright, so I have my toasted bread. I'm going to put my, actually, you know what, I'm going to put my peanut butter. Cut down some of that burnt part. Now I'm going to put on, get another fork. I got a fork. I'm going to put on my pieces of banana. Okay. Now, like I said, this is great. This is like a French toast kind of sandwich. Okay. And so you can, you can eat this as a sandwich. You can eat it as French toast. And now I'm going to fold up and put on a nice slice of this thick bacon. 2 slices, why not? Get my knife. Beautiful, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. This is, I gotta take a photo of this for the Facebook page. Clear a few items off. So, every episode I remind you, to remember all of our soldiers out there who are deployed. And I also actually remember, all the soldiers who have come home, all the veterans that are home, that are suffering with PTSD, traumatic brain injury, and other disorders due to their deployments. It is not always easy, to just simply look past what has happened to you. Alright, so I got my picture for the Facebook page. My sandwich is done. You can see it's very easy, very fast to make. Doesn't take long. Now the taste test. Brings back so many childhood memories. Again, I wouldn't normally make this only because, for those of you that don't know, I'm diabetic, so I tend not to eat a lot of this kind of food. You see a lot of the dishes I cook are very healthy. A lot of herbs, a lot of spices. But every once in a while, I love to make something that just tastes so great, no matter how bad it is for your health. Okay? It's just a great dish. And you can see why Elvis loved it. You can see why I loved it, because, just look at that. So, you'll find this recipe in my cookbook that's coming up. Again, I want to thank my sponsor, Elvis Rob. Thank you for your support. As a reminder, like, share, follow. If something you want to see me cook, go ahead and reach out to me and let me know. And until next time, hoorah!